everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. This time we take a look back at a place we've only visited briefly on this series, Italy, to take a look at their counterpart to a release that we saw both in the US, kind of, and in the UK. You may recall that during the Blitz of 2013 that I referred to, the October 2013 stretch of 8 days where a ton of different Star Wars home video releases all came out kind of in very close proximity to each other, we got this for the prequels. This was the Blu-ray DVD combo pack that gave us the Blu-ray copies just repackaged for 2011, but also gave us the Blu-ray cuts of the films on DVD with no extras, with new labels for the very first time ever. Okay, so Yoda, right, we saw this before. We also saw that in the UK, where combo packs aren't really a thing, Blu-ray and DVD combo packs just aren't usually available, they had a DVD release of a similar vein. That was this. We looked at this and the original trilogy one fairly recently. Similar packaging, albeit a DVD case, of course, this time. You've got the UK logos down at the bottom. The back shifted around for DVD, plus laying out the fact that you've got the UK and Irish ratings over there and so forth. Similar side, minus, of course, again, the rating symbols. And we had the little sheet there we looked at, the little insert, and the UK version of those similar labels, which are basically just the Star Wars with the number behind it and title of the episode on black, in this case with the UK and Irish ratings on them, as we would expect. Well, it turns out that over in Italy, they had a release that was an equivalent, essentially, of this. And that's what we want to look at this time, one of the few times we're looking at an Italian release. This is something that Sam Howard pointed me to when he ran into it on eBay. That is this. And this one has a slipcover. I believe the UK ones probably had slipcovers to begin with, but neither of mine do for either trilogy. Well, we've got Yoda there. The symbols, notice no ratings on the cover because they're not mandated by law. Side there, we've got Lucasfilm, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, Star Wars, names of the films. We've got F2 Otis, or OITS, not Otis, OITS. Then a product number. Then DVD video. Same thing essentially on the other side. The back. At the top, Vivi un'avventura epica. The share the epic adventure might be what it says. Only because that's what it says in the UK in English. Then the rest of it here in Italian. You got your little hologram over there letting you know that it's authentic. We have, of course, images from the films with the titles there, letting us know that it has all three. Again, in English, the UK one says 3-disc set includes, so presumably that's probably what that is saying there. And then you have your stats running across the bottom without having to make room for giant spots for ratings. Although we do have Film per Tutti, which I think is a rating down there in the corner. And your copyright information and whatnot all in Italian, with the exception of the little bit there by the Lucasfilm logo and whatnot. So primarily Italian, of course, on the packaging, as you would expect. Take off the slipcover. Similar, but notice, clear case, which goes better with the white color than a black case with that white coloration. Looks nicer to me. Again, no ratings or anything, of course. Similar spine. Similar back. Again, it's got the little sheet there. The titles here, underneath Star Wars, the titles are in Italian, but then if you flip it around for the information for the cast and crew, the cast crew information is all in English. The rating is Italian. The title of the film is listed in Italian, so kind of a mixture there. And then your copyright info down at the bottom is all, let's see, it's English, it's English for 20th Century Fox, and it is English for Lucasfilm, both. So, kind of odd there, at least in my opinion, right? If all the copyright stuff on the other ones are going to basically be there in Italian. And then the discs, very similar to what we've seen before. The little red thing off to the side, prodotto destinato alla vendita, vietato il noleggio. Might say not for resale or rental or something. Not sure. Lucasfilm logo, copy protection symbol, DVD video, and this is Region 2 PAL. Okay, so it's the same region as this, okay, from the UK, except this is the Italian version of it. That whole region was a PAL region when it came to DVD. Now, as far as what you get when you actually pop it in, you're gonna get it's a cool little message, like their FBI warning type thing, their copyright warning, that's usually either an FBI warning in the US or elsewhere, particularly in Europe, it's some kind of like Interpol type warning. Usually it's just like warning and then the text. This one, instead at the top, in English for some reason, says, "It is forbidden to copy this DVD." Not warning, it is forbidden. I actually kind of like their warning better than our warning. And then it has, you know, all the text underneath it. Otherwise, plays the same as putting in the ones from the UK or putting in the ones from the US and just grabbing the DVD copy out of the combo pack. The only difference would be your language options in that case. On those UK copies, it's basically all English as the only options. On this set, both your subtitles and your audio for Dolby Digital 5.1 are available in either English or German or Italian. So basically, you could just turn on English in English and watch English film with English subtitles, no big deal, or swap them around. Again, I find these kind of releases kind of interesting and fascinating. It's unfortunate that it's Region 2 just because you need a region-free DVD player to play it like the one that I've got now. But kind of interesting because I know that in a lot of cases there are people who are learning different languages who use movies as a way to learn the language as they listen to something very familiar spoken in the other language. As for the titles, I know I'm going to screw them up like I've screwed up saying everything else in Italian so far. But Episode 1 is Star Wars Episode 1, La Menacea Fantasma. Kind of dig that. It's Phantasma, not Fantasia. No, you know, Mickey Mouse running around, although one could be forgiven for thinking so, because, hey, Disney era, at least these days. Then we have a L'Attacco del Clone, or Dei Cloni? I guess Dei Cloni? Instead of Del. I guess I'm thinking Spanish for some reason. And then Revenge of the Sith is La Vendetta dei Sith. So just another neat little oddball non-US item that I've added to my Star Wars home video library, and I figured, as always, I would share it here on the show so we get a sense of at least some of those regional differences out there, or differences even within a region, like Region 2 for DVD in this case. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.